Everyone. So, photo I'll be talking about today is this one right here. This was obviously last night, looking kind of northeast, I guess. This, I think, is the Milky Way right here, but it's kind of hard to see this time of year. Wasn't really sure where it was, and there was a lot of light pollution, so oh well. Still like it. Would be better if there was the Milky Way, but we'll leave that for the summer. Okay. So, going to the 3 exposures I took for this. This is the first one. As you can see, there's a lot of light painting going on. Got the lighthouse, the grass. Victor was painting with his cell phone over here. And then I don't know what the correct use is, with my Maglite over here. So I painted here, over there, the lighthouse, around, backside, just kind of around. We have our next exposure. What Victor was doing, you can't really see it in this one. In this one, he came up, actually in this one is a little bit, and backlit the grass. So it gives this, whatever this could be called, fringe lighting, backlighting right here, to the top grass, which really makes it stand out. Unfortunately, on this, he did it on this exposure, and there wasn't much effect because my Maglite overpowered it. So for the next one, he used his phone to light paint right here, and then I used the Maglite to paint right here. So we get the nice fringe lighting. I still lit the lighthouse a little bit, but we also got that good fringe lighting, and then also the walkway right here. Then for the last exposure, he used his phone for this one, and then I went up with my Maglite and backlit this grass, and then under the lighthouse. So, and you might realize, or see, you guys notice that the white balance is different between these two. This one, the sky is a lot more purple-blue than is the Milky Way. So, I had my camera set to auto white balance. I was shooting in RAW, so it wasn't recording anything anyway, but this way, it kind of gives some variety of what's happening. So, stars, you can have different bases to kind of then judge what your final white balance would be. This would be the way to think of it. Different choices. So this one, white balance is right there, and right there. A lot different. This one's a lot warmer, and tinted a little bit more green too. I like this exposure for the stars, but I need to blend some of the light from these two in. So what I did, I went over to Photoshop. Before I did that, I did some chromatic aberration correction. These guys, let's see, actually I did that afterwards. I did do some sharpening, just a little bit. So 25, not too much. I think we did most of it in post. It was, sharpen it up a little bit. And then the main thing you want to do before you edit photos is to enable your profile corrections. So that'll get rid of distortions and things that can make blending difficult. So over to Photoshop. So we have 3 layers. So we have this layer, that layer. Let's just kind of see that on. Got that layer, that layer, that layer, and then our stars. So I started off by adding in the light on the bottom, and then on the lighthouse. The lighthouse. So you just use a simple layer mask with a brush, nothing fancy at all. You might notice that the grass is not very sharp. This is because it was pretty windy out, and so the grass was moving all around, so it wasn't really going to be sharp, no matter what I did. It's not, that's the layer by itself. So you can see this is sharp, but the grass is just waving all around. So that's something that sometimes just happens. So I added that layer in. And then I added in more of the lighthouse. This is the same layer that I used down here, only duplicated. And then with a layer mask. So it's just affecting up here. Okay. Then the final one, just a little bit there. Just brighten it up a little bit. Okay. So you can see, let's see if I turn off this, turn that. This is including some of the ground down here. However, it's not quite aligned. So what I did is by duplicating this bottom layer, which is this one, which I said, and then putting the two layers of the lighthouse in a group, and then masking out down here so it wouldn't affect the grass. You can align this top layer without changing the alignment of the bottom layer, because there's still a little bit of distortion in the, from the lens. So if you align this top layer, the bottom layer won't be aligned. If you align the bottom, the top will be aligned. So you have to separate them. That's what I did. Separated the tops into one, aligned them, and separated the bottom into one, and aligned them. Pretty simple. I didn't really have to mess with the color, anything like that, because it's really, really good, I think. So back over to Lightroom. So here we are. Okay. So I don't believe I did much in the way of editing, toning. Didn't do the sharpening, I did that. I think I didn't do any profile corrections. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually do those. Looks like I wasn't quite finished with this one. Okay, so go in, get this little dropper, find an area of chromatic aberration, tap it, and look at the difference. It's after, it's before, it's after. The stars lose that kind of blue glow. Sometimes it's good, sometimes I don't really like it for this one. So, now one thing we do before we do sharpening, I'm going to brighten up these two areas down here. So maybe this guy. Reset that to keep that up. And just see what this does. Invert the mask. Duplicate it over here. Maybe throw that out a little bit. I think I like those. So we'll try brush. And we'll try the highlights. Good brush. That. Maybe bump up the contrast a little bit. Yeah. That's better. That's before. That's after. Lightens it up a little bit. Okay. And I'll put a new one. See if we can bring out any of this Milky Way. Kind of doubt we can, but you know, it's worth trying. Just go all out and see. Nope, not going to happen with that one. We'll just delete that. So, like that. Maybe let's add just a bit of clarity, not too much. Bump the shadows back up to compensate for that. Sounds good. Go into detail. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in, maybe there. Get a nice wide field of view, so go into noise reduction. Not better. Rid of the stuff. Now let's go into sharpening. So I'm going to do 100 minus my luminance noise reduction, so maybe 70-ish. But then you can see down in here, in the areas of the sky that are supposed to be just black, with, not sharp, it's sharpening them. So what we'll do is we'll go into our masking, and then just drag a lot until those areas become black. So now we're only sharpening stars and around lights. So that's before. Get a lot of noise in the afterwards. Stars are still sharp, but a lot of the noise is gone. Maybe we'll just bring up the detail a little bit. That sounds good. Okay. So for that, that's pretty much that. I'm not sure why the Milky Way isn't showing up too well. Maybe I'm wrong outside the Milky Way. It might be more directly overhead over on the side. Who knows? Yeah, that's basically how I did that shot.